Hi guys. I made it. I made it. Hmm, I guess that's just a little dot there. Hi everyone. Hi everyone. Good evening. I actually and I did it fast. Fast, fast, fast. And I got three extras here. Hi Brandy. Or Bonnie. Sorry, Bonnie. Yes, you did. Are you Bonnie Smith? That means you got your picture in. Hi Diawana. Oh. Hi Tammy. Oh, you get a sip of coffee. I just got my coffee made. I got everybody on the wheel. Muttnut, did you get your picture in? Because I don't see your picture. I do not see you in the picture, so you are not on the wheel. So did you submit your picture? She's like, oh no, let me get it on there real quick. I don't see it on there anywhere, Muttnut. I don't have it under Michelle Puckett. I don't have it under Muttnut. I don't have it under nothing. I have double checked, triple checked. I just went through and quadruple checked. You're not going to believe this, guys. Someone, because I have a voodoo library, Yeah, it's not on there. It is not on there. And so I was like, but it was like, so I'm sitting here and I know it was my son's phone because he has access to my voodoo library. And he's like, Mom, I'm going to buy a movie and then I'll pay you back through PayPal. And I was like, okay, sure. So he bought, what did he buy? He bought some Jurassic Dominion movie the other day. So I was like, all right, cool, whatever. Well, as soon as he bought that stupid stinking movie, all of a sudden someone, because Fandango movie theater bought out Voodoo. Well, next thing I know, someone in Beverly Hills, California is taking themselves out to the movie theater on my account. And they have racked up $70 worth of movie theater tickets on my account. So I have just spent like the last 3 days going in because you can go in on my bank, and if you see a charge that you don't agree with, you can go in and attach a conversation to it, which I promptly was doing. This is a fraudulent charge. I don't agree with it, so that they have a memo attached to it. Hi, Mimi. And that you don't agree to that charge, you didn't do that charge, whatever. And then I'm promptly on the back of my card calling that 1-800 number, telling them to shut this card down, shut my account down, with my debit card. Don't want this, nothing going through unless it's directly through a routing number, yada, yada. And then I had to drive into town and go get another card. And they were like, well, you use that account. I said, I use that account for buying movies for my TV. I don't drive to California or fly to California to take myself out to the movie theater. Okay, let me get you putting on the wheel real quick. But I was like, no, you don't understand. I don't take myself to the movie theater and promptly go take myself to the movies, because that'd be way too expensive. That's just a little too much. You know, yeah, not happening. Just not doing that. That's just way too much. And of course, it's yeah, because you're Deborah Allison, and I got that on there. I think I just have it under Deborah, and I can show everybody the wheel. Let me see if I can make it. No, we don't want to do that. Let me see if you can get on there and see it without all the super glare, without the phone being asinine. See if it gets big enough that you can. I don't know if you can actually see it, the way you can read it. But you should be able to see them. And then, of course, it went to lock screen. Because I think this one has the edge on it, so it's my God. Nah, my 100 and something pound dog is over here trying to take up half the couch. And he wants to be in my lap, and it is not going to happen anytime soon. So it's like, no, not happening. So, yeah, that. So that's how my time has been spent. It's been like trying to get my money back, because it averaged out to being like, God, wonder if I can get it up to being big. There. I think that way you'll be able to see it better. Hi, Sandy. Is that better? And Sandy, did you submit your picture? If you're joining, I don't know if you joined and if you're sending your picture, but yeah, there's that one. But yeah, oh, so that was that, and so they said, oh, I can take up to 7 to 10 days to get your money back. So I was like, you know. And then so it was like, well, if you can join it, do it. So do it quick. And that way I can get you put on the wheel. I'm just going to keep my wheel put there. And then that way, if I got to add people real quick. And then Saturday, I got to be at the shooting university to go take my class and do my shooting. And I got to have $50 because it's like $22 to use the range. And I'm not going to take my gun because I don't want to use all my ammo. So I'll just take $20 and use their gun and their ammo. Ha, because they want you to shoot 50 rounds. So it's like, yeah, I'll just do that. And then our extras today, all you do is just go on the group page for the event, and then you'll see the week 1 post and just post a picture. And then the one of the giveaways, the extra giveaways for today is the little broom. If I can get them out. The little broom. Come on, broom. The little broom. I like the broom. Isn't the broom so cute? The broom's kind of cute. Put him back in his protective wrap. Da, da, da. So I have an extra broom for today. And then I have an extra postcard. These are so pretty. Extra postcard. And this was made by Arietta in the UK, and she actually drew it and then painted it, had it turned into a postcard, and had extras. So everyone's package will have one, but then there's extra. So I was able to do extra drawings for them. And then my daughter crinkled mine. So it was like, oh, well. And then I actually have extra ones of these, which you can either magnetize, or it's got little holes where you can tack them on your wall or do whatever, or you could put little strings in them and then attach them. But it's the practical magic saying, of always throw spilt salt over your left shoulder, keep rosemary by your garden gate, and lavender, that saying. I think they're really nice. So those will be the extra drawings for today. So there'll be 3 extra chances to get those, plus the package, which are freaking huge. Huge. I had my son and daughter come over and help me make those. And we took Chewy boxes and cut them in half and made those. So those will be the extras for today. And like I said, now we got to add poor Florida. So if you are in the areas or from the areas that are being hit by the hurricanes, I will put your box over on the extra couches. And just when you are back to being settled to where you can get a package, let me know and I will ship it to where you are. So don't worry. Just if you win and then you get to where you can get a package, just give me the address of where you go and I will take care of you. So, okay, is it Melissa hands or is it Melissa hands? Because I have Melissa krill hands and then I have Melinda krill hands. So are you Melissa or Melinda? Because I've had it both ways. I really have. I had it down as Melinda and then I changed it to Melissa. So I don't know. It's Melinda. Okay, so I'll go back and change it to Melinda because I don't know why. And it is krill in the middle, right? All right, yeah. So, and I don't know why, but I had the Melinda, and then I changed it to Melissa. Okay, so we'll go back to Melinda. My poor little brain was right the first time. Okay, for some reason it has shown up in all my stuff. For some reason, I don't know. Well, Melinda hands is much better, but don't ask me where Melissa has shown up on my stuff. I don't ask. I don't know. I have no idea. None. None. But like I'm saying, if you are anywhere in any of the places that has had problems with the hurricanes and your address is in that area and you're not able to get mail just now, just say, I can't get mail right now. Hold on to my package and just don't let me forget. And I'll hold on to your package. So there. Yes. And oh my God, what a week I've got. Let me see. I've got church this afternoon with my daughter because now I go eat with the grandkids and then my daughter drags me to church. And then Saturday I go to shooting all day. It's an 8-hour shooting day. 8-hour shooting day. I get to go hang out with big alpha male dudes. Hey, alpha male dudes. And then Sunday, what is it? It's like I'm taking a bunch of church cookies to church for something for my daughter. She's like, Mom, I need church cookies for church. So I'm taking cookies to church. I mean, it's like, I was like, okay, so I just changed it. It's that easy to change, but it was like, wow. Okay. And then, so it's just like, it's busy. And then my doctor, remember a while back when I told you I stepped out of my shed and I did that 360 turn and I hit my shoulder. I didn't want to hurt my ankles because they've been broke. So I mean, I fell and I hit my shoulder, hit my hip, and then I landed on my nose. Well, my shoulder has still been bothering me, like right on my shoulder. And when I told her, so she put me in for it's physical therapy, but they call it occupational therapy. And I just wanted a TENS unit, so I could put a TENS unit on and kind of break it loose. Oh no, 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 no. I gotta go in for occupational therapy and let them, do some stuff to it. And so I'm in for that now. And then I've got another surgery appointment on the 16th of this month. So I go see the surgeon. So I'll probably end up having the surgery, because I've had the H&P done. So I'm actually seeing the surgeon so she can figure out what she's going to do now that she's got all her reports, so it's just like, okay. it's like every stinking day this month. It's like 2-3 times a week. I am doing something or going somewhere. It's like, wow, wow, wow. But yeah, these boxes, you ever seen a Chewy box, the big, huge boxes for like the 40-pound bags of dog food? These prize package boxes are a half of one of those. Literally. Because what we did is we cut one of those in half and then just kind of folded it around. And so each prize package is a half a Chewy box. And so like they're pretty stuffed. I mean, they have a Diamond Art Club and up to a $70 Diamond Art Club canvas in it. And then it's got the crystal art canvas in it. And then it's got a really nice, canvas in it. And then a bunch of other stuff. It's got the stuff from NYX in it, and it's got a tray in it, and a grinder in it. And I tried to make sure all the teeth were in there, or at least 90% of the teeth. I mean, at least 90% of the teeth. And then a bunch of like the barrettes and all the stuff and the necklaces. And we sat there and tried to make sure. And then what I did is for all of Snuggy's stuff, her little cover minders and her other stuff, I had those tea holders, really, really pretty, and I put those inside there so they wouldn't get lost in the package. So they're inside the tea holders. So everyone pulls out the tea holder, go, this is a little pretty. Well, Snuggy stuff is inside the tea holders. So yeah. So they're pretty packed. And then when we got to the grand prize, my kids made the same size package. I said, the grand prize isn't going to fit in that package. So then they were like, Mom, so they had to take and add more box to it. I was like, I told you it was going to be a bigger package. They were like, man. They were like, Mom. I said, well, I told you it was going to be a bigger package. So they had to take it all apart and then add box to it and then retape it all up. Ask Muttnut. There is so much tape on these packages. It's amazing. So I come out with like 15 rolls of tape, and they were like, oh. I mean, it was hilarious because they were just like, oh, 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 oh. I mean, it was funny. They were like, oh, oh. And so they're down there and they spent like hours with tape, just tape and tape and rolling tape and tape and tape. Because she got the grand prize last year, and it's just rolls of tape. Okay, I will add Sandy. I mean, it's hilarious. It's comical actually. Did you get your picture on there, Sandy? All right. Hit save. Yeah. Hi, Ashley. I bet. I'm still waiting for Debbie Day's package to get here. It hadn't got here. Okay. And did you put it in the week one post? Because I'm in here, so I can't really see. Just post it in the week one post. Because I'm doing like every week, I'll have a week one post, a week two post, a week three post, a week four post. It'll be kind. The only thing I'm not doing this year is the Google Doc. So when you win, all you got to do is hit me up on Messenger and just shoot me your address. Just like our winner last week, she sent me her address, and I promptly sent out her package. Yeah, just kind of when you go in there, you'll see a big post, and it'll say week one post, and then right below it in the comments, just post your picture. I mean, you'll see it. Just go. It'll say week one post. Just go there and post your picture. You can't miss it. It'll say week one post. And I always post what is really important. It used to say announcements. What does it say now, Muttnut? Do you know? It used to say announcements. Now I'm not sure what the heck it says. Because it used to be announcements. And since I'm in there, but it's like right underneath all the things where it'll say events and pictures and stuff like that. It's got one, and it used to say announcements. Now it says something else, features, I think. And if you look under features, that's where you'll see the week one. But make sure you put it in the week one post. And then as soon as the week one's done, featured. Okay, yeah, it says featured. And if you look under featured, it'll say week one post. Okay. And then as soon as week one's done, I'll take it out of the featured area. And that way it won't be featured no more. That way, if you'll always look in the featured area, what's featured will be there. Because, like, I'll go in and I'll take all the featured stuff out and just have the featured stuff in there. That kind of makes it easier for people. All right. That way people can say, well, she didn't post in week one. You know how people get. They get picky. Most people in our little groups don't get as picky. Kat, did you just join? Let's see if I got that on this one. Let's see if I have that on this one. I have no idea. Doesn't look like it. I'm trying to see if I have my group on this one. No, I'm not even logged in on my Facebook on this one because it has logged me out at some time. So all I can do on this phone is my wheel. Kat, did you just join and post a picture? Well, let me pop down and go over and look real quick. Okay, I see it. So I'll put you on the wheel. All right, you're on the wheel now. All right. Okay. I think what I'll do is these little ones first, and I'll just use the same wheel. How's that? That way it'll save time. Okay. So I will use the same wheel. I'm just going to hit spin. Okay, Megan. Oh, nope, Bonnie. Da, 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 da. Bonnie, you will get the broom. Okay, and I'm just going to take screenshots. And I'm going to write myself little notes so that I know who got what. Bonnie Broom. Okay. And I'll make a little note in here. No, I can't because I'm not in chat. So Bonnie Broom. Okay. And then we're going to spin again. This one will be for the poster because that's how they're lined up over here. And that one's for Snuggie. And at least my paper. Snuggie got the little, I called it a poster, but it's a little saying. I'll just put practical magic. Okay. So Snuggie got the practical magic saying. And I'll make a screenshot, and that way I can post them in the group to what you got. And then this one is the little postcard. This one's Amber. And she gets the postcard. Okay. Now, so let me see. I'm just going to spin it like 5 times just because this will be for the big one. That was 2. That's 3. That's 4. That's 5. Okay, now I need to go in there. One, I gotta go in there and take it made your J a I. So I gotta fix that. There, now you're J. All right, now. This is for the big package. This is for the week 1 package. I wish that wouldn't glare so bad. And Anita Johnson won week 1 package. Oh my goodness, this little pen does not want to write. It'll write if I squiggle, but if I write a word, it won't write. There. Okay. So, Anita, you work run week 1. And then I will do all the screenshots with what the prizes are in the actual group so that everyone knows and I can write out what the prizes are. And then all the winners, which are Bonnie, go into my messenger and give me your address and I will get the broom out to you. Snuggie, get in my messenger and give me your address and I will get the practical magic little saying out to you. Amber, get in my messenger and get me your address and I will get the postcard out to you and I will put it in something so that it's not just the postcard going through the mail to where they trash it. Come on. Oh, stop. And then Anita, get me your address and I will get your package into UPS to where yours is going out to you. And so there's to all the winners for this week. Hey, we got that done in 35 minutes. Another sip of. And this is something I found on Facebook, but it's actually pretty cool. Because our water's gotten pretty weird because, the ponds and the water reservoirs and all have been flipping over. So they've been kind of fishy smelling, got a weird taste. I know, she's been winning a lot lately. But they're, you can clean the bottle. Oh yeah, 50 rounds with all the alpha males. That's going to be fun. You clean the bottle by UV light. You clean the water with UV light. So anything that's in the water is sanitized. It's pretty cool. And you charge it with the USB charger. And like I'll clean it right now. And you see the little lights? And you can't open it because once it starts cleaning, it locks it so that you can't get exposed to the UV light. But that means that the bottle itself is being sanitized by UV light. And then like when you get water from the tap, like you hit that and it sanitizes anything that's in the water, kills any germs that are, or anything that gets through the water with UV light. Pretty cool. And that's what they use in the hospitals, like in the surgery suites. They'll lock them and set off UV light to sanitize them. So pretty cool. I found those and I thought, ooh, yeah. Because, tap water is getting really funky. Especially when ponds flip over and stuff, because it's like, they got a really nasty flavor. You never know what's in it. half the ponds, they flip over and they're like, oh, don't touch the water. It's got E. coli in it. And it's like, oh, God. So that there will kill anything that's in the water. And they're only like, I think you can get them on Amazon now, and they're like $30. And now to get a good water bottle, you're looking at $30. And so you can take that, get your water from anywhere, hit the button, and then it's, disinfected and sanitized. Oh no, I got this thing in my hand and I took it. I asked my doctor, I was like, what is this? And she told me, she gave me the grand news. She said, well, right now your finger's not doing this. She goes, but it's either one of two things. And I was like, oh my God, don't tell me that. And I was like, what do you mean, don't tell me that? I was like, what? And she said, it's one of two things. You've either got a ganglion cyst that's developing in the middle of your hand, in your palm. And I was like, what? How'd that do that? And she goes, oh, it just happens. She goes, or it's this, and she gave it a really weird name, but it's a knot in my hand. And she goes, and as it gets worse and worse, she goes, it'll draw your finger up. I mean, to where my finger will be doing like this, and I won't be able to get it to go down. She goes, it'll literally eventually draw your finger up like that. And she goes, and then they'll have to inject that knot in your hand with something to try to break it up. And she goes, they'll either have to try to inject something to break it up or eventually do surgery to take it out of there. And I was like, say what? What? How did I get that? She goes, oh, it's just part of getting older. And I was like, well, screw this getting older stuff. I mean, I was like, what? I don't like this getting older stuff. I'm not enjoying it in any way, shape, or form. Not fun. Not fun. I mean, not fun at all. I don't know about anyone else, but this getting older stuff, whoever said this was the golden years, they lied. They lied. So don't let them fool you. Your golden years were a long time ago, like in your 20s and 30s. They lied. Whoever came up with that cockamamie saying, they were nuts. There ain't nothing golden about this stuff. Yeah, that's what she was talking about. I'd have to have injections in it, and then if that didn't work, then I'd have to have surgery. Yeah, that's what I am, and 64 does suck. And it's like, yeah, there ain't nothing fun about this. Nothing fun about this stuff at all. No, mm-mm. Nope, nope, nada. Now, my picture that I'm doing, it's turning out really nice, guys. Now, I did change some colors, like in my roses. Um, I changed one. Let me see, what color is this? Oh, Rocky, you are way too big to be flopping around like a fish next to me. And he still won't go outside, guys. He got up, and since I went to the couch, he's decided he had to go to the couch. Let me see. My 3838. So what I did is I went and got a 3838 AB and just switched out 3838 in my rows straight over for a 3838, one for one, just to make it look Now see, I'm a little luckier. I don't have any diabetic issues. In fact, my doctor was ecstatic because she was like, "Oh, your A1C went," because I was up to like 6.3, and she was having a catatonic fit. She goes, "It's down to 6.0. I'm so happy." And I'm like, "Okay, good." Not yet, but I've been using the not the glitter, but the foil, and that I put the foil in the trays. The foil I've been using in the trays I made for the event. I've just started doing resin again because it's finally got out of being Hades hot. Because I'd rather it be on the cooler side in the house because I got heaters that I can, like, I got it's a fan, but it heats. So I can put that up on the counter and do, resin and have it blow heat. And I got a heating tray or, table, and I can put it on a heating table. And she was like, well, and then my B12 was in the dirt, guys. It was in the dirt. She was talking, if you don't get your B12 up, I'm going to put you on injections. I saw those, and I'm going to make a set of those. I'm going to make a set of those. And I've thought about making a set of those and throwing them in the grand prize. I saw a set of those, and I got a surprise for whoever gets the grand prize, because my placards that were out on the front of my house, my monkeys, those are not my monkeys. That and the other one I had, I took those down and put them in the grand prize because I'm putting new ones up. So you're going to be the owners of 2 Cheryl Baker placards. You're lucky. And so you're going to get those. Those will be in the grand prize. Yeah, so those you'll be lucky and get those. And there'll be a really nice, neat set of tarot cards in there. You're going to get some really neat stuff. Yeah, see, mine was so far in the dirt, and she was like, if you can get it up with pills, I won't put you on injections. And she was like, take 500. Well, 500, I was like, if I'm that far in the dirt, I don't know if that'll work. And so I started taking 1,000. And so I've been taking 1,000 of vitamin D. And I asked her, and she goes, yep, 1,000 work. Keep taking it. So I'm taking 1,000 of vitamin D every day. I mean, not D, but B12. So I take 1,000 of B12 every day. And so, yeah. And I actually asked I went and saw yeah, see, that's it. I take B12 vitamins every day, and she said, it's up enough. I don't have to give you injections. Keep doing what you're doing. And I'm like, okay. And I went and saw my therapist the other day because, I've been watching that show, and they talk a lot for these veterans about taking psilocybin treatments, and it's helping with their PTSD, and it's helping with their depression, and they're actually getting off meds, and it's curing their PTSD, and it's curing their depression where they don't have to take meds anymore. Because they resolve their trauma through it. And so I was asking her if RVA is doing it, and she said, no, we do ketamine. And I was like, I'm kind of leery of ketamine. I just don't want to do ketamine. And she goes, well, I'll ask them how far they're getting on doing the other. And I was like, okay, because I'm kind of leery of ketamine. I said, the other I would be interested in doing, but I really just don't want to do ketamine. I'm just not up to ketamine. I said, but I would be willing to do. And she said, your vitamin D, she goes, it's awesome. And I said, yeah, I always take a vitamin D. I take a K2, always take K2. Us elderly people, you need to take K2. Because what K2 is, I was on the K2 bandwagon before even doctors got on it. Because when I worked in cath lab, what we were having to do is, and my doctor did it all the time, is we would go in there with diamond drills, because what happens is calcium comes out of your bone and it goes into your vessels and builds up all this calcium in your vessels and clogs your vessels up. And they would go in there with these diamond drills and just drill out your vessels, especially in your legs. Like when you're walking and you get all that pain in your legs, it's because you're not getting any blood down your legs because of all the calcium blockage. And so they go down there and they're drilling out these people's legs with the diamond drill. And that shit hurt. These grown men were out there hollering, screaming. And I was watching that and I was like, oh, hell no. And so I did a lot of research and I found out that if you take K2, it would pull that calcium out of your blood vessels and put it back in your bone. And so, man, I got on that K2 bandwagon. Yes, Sandy, that is so good to hear. So I got on that K2 bandwagon real early, and I won't miss those because after I was like, I do not want that. I don't want no calcium in my blood vessels. It belongs back in my bones. So she was like, man, I don't know how you're doing it, but your calcium levels are so high, good for your bones and your vitamin D levels. I said, because being a nurse, I do my research and I know what I'm supposed to be taking. She goes, well, keep doing what you're doing because it's all good. And I was like, mm-hmm. I said, because I know what I need to be taking and I know what I don't need to be taking. She was like, yep, but evidently you do. I was like, yeah, I do. She goes, yep, and you won't let me give anything that you're not. And I was like, no, I won't. Sometimes it drives her nuts because, they want to give you certain things. And I'm like, nope, not taking it. And so she just tells me, keep doing what I'm doing. And I'm like, I will. It's like, I know what I need to do. But I will get these out. You're going to love the little sayings my son put on them. Because they got, he's such a goofball. He was a class clown. And he's got this side to the sky. Because they wanted certain side up. He's got this side up, this side to the sky. This side must see your eyeballs. I mean, written all over the top of these things. It's like, oh my God, son. I mean, I was like, uh, I mean, it cracks me up. I was like, what are you writing? And he's like, this side to see your eyeballs and this side to the sky. And I was like, okay. He's such a kook. Such a kook. What I find funny is, he finally left where he was working to where they were working him like a dog and wouldn't let him take vacation and all this crazy stuff. So he finally got fed up and he works at a hotel now as a maintenance man and loves it, guys. He loves it. He's actually been hired. He's actually been offered a job for higher pay somewhere else. And he goes, no, I ain't leaving where I'm at. I love it. And you're better off if you work where you enjoy your job. Even if it's a little bit less pay, if you enjoy your job, do it. And he's like, I love my job. I just absolutely love my job. And so if you love your job, stay where you're at. And he goes, I love my job. And it was so funny because his manager, who was awful and would work him like a dog and never let him have a day off and never let him, I mean, if he was sick, I mean, even if he had COVID, it'd be like, you better be back here tomorrow, and all kinds of crazy stuff. And I'm like, if you have COVID, you're not supposed to be back tomorrow. He's like, I know, but he dogs me like a thing. Are you coming back tomorrow? Are you coming back tomorrow? He's like always on me. He had got COVID a couple of weeks ago and he told his boss, and his boss was like, he said, I'll try to make it back tomorrow. And his boss was like, oh, heck no, you're not. You're off for at least a week. He said, you test in a week, and if you're negative, then wait 2 more days and then come back. And he was like, really? And he's like, yes, really. He said, you don't bring that crap up here. And he was like, wow. He's like, I just don't know what to say. He's not used to that. Well, then he found out that when he left, the place he was working at went to heck in a handbasket, and his manager quit right after he did. It's like, really? He's like, oh yeah, he quit. He put in his 2-week notice. I was like, that's bad. It was like, that is bad. I said, that tells you something. That pretty much you were holding that place together because he got called up and was told just before his manager left, hey, your jacket's up here, and if you want your jacket, you can have it back. So he wanted her to get it, and he said the whole entire office staff is turned over. I don't know anybody in there now. And there's only 3 original people in the yard. So everyone has bailed ship. I was like, that's pretty sad. So, yeah, guys, my picture, the eyeballs on this girl are so gorgeous. I'm fixing to finish my way across and do her lower face. I've done her eyes and her mask. I'll do her lower face, and then I'll start on the tarantula and the spider. And then I'll get some pictures posted up on my regular site and in the, get them posted up there. And I will see y'all next week. I love y'all. Keep posting pictures. I'll get the week 2 posted up there and get these down. Congratulations to the winners. I'll start getting stuff packaged up for these things. Just get in my messenger and get me some addresses. And I'll see y'all later. Have a great week. Love y'all. Bye. Rocky, you are snoring.